Hello, love. Welcome to the show. Today's episode is all about financial security and feeling safe with money and why you have a fear every time you go to check your bank account or whenever you receive bills or even when you think about money. So, let's talk about what is happening for the masses whenever we think about money. For the majority of people, they do not feel like they have enough money. And I would argue even the people that are sitting very comfortably probably feel like they don't have enough because money is energy and it excites us and it makes the world go round. So we are always looking to have more of something that makes us feel really good. Now, here's the catch. If you open up your bank account and you immediately get this uncertainty, this kind of anxious energy, this fear, your body doesn't feel safe with whatever number is in your account. And there's a reason. And that reason might be a limiting belief that you've been suppressing. That might just be maybe because you do not have any money in your bank account and you don't know how to handle that. Or it may be because you are not taking the initiative to take action to have money in your account. Whatever the reason is, there is a program internally inside of you that is causing your nervous system to feel dysregulated whenever you go into your banking app and you check the dollar amount in your account. Everybody has a baseline, a number that they feel comfortable with. Some people, their baseline is the amount that they need to maintain in their account from month to month. Other people, it is how much they can make. In general, just whatever your salary is. Everybody has a different threshold for money, what feels comfortable and what doesn't. And you know that number because when you look at your account and it has a specific number in there that makes you feel safe, you don't feel dysregulated looking at your account. But when there's a number that doesn't make you feel safe, you immediately feel dysregulated looking at your account. So, right now, I want you to do an exercise with me. I want you to close your eyes and imagine your bank account. Whatever number is in there, don't think about that. But I want you to imagine your bank account. And I want you to imagine what amount would feel good. What is the dollar amount? What is that exact number that would feel good if you opened up your account right now and you saw that number? That is your baseline. That is what your body feels safe making. So anything over that dollar amount, you will self sabotage because your body doesn't feel safe holding more. It doesn't feel safe receiving more because that's not the program that it knows. That is out of your comfort zone. So if right now you have $10,000 in your bank account and you feel safe with, let's say, $15,000, you probably feel a little uneasy that it's below the baseline, but not only that, you have a small window of money you can make before you're going to bring it back down. So you might make $5,000 and put it in your bank account so that that new number says $15,000. But if you make anything additionally on top of that, you're going to spend it or you're going to find a way to get rid of it. You're going to self sabotage it because your nervous system doesn't know how to handle that much money, that energy. It's not used to that. It's not comfortable with that. And a lot of times we don't take the accountability to work on that belief, to break through that upper limit, to create a new amount that we feel secure with. We don't actually take the action to heal the internal wound, to attract abundance and to manifest more and to actually profit more and put more money in our bank account. We look outside of us. We look for external validation to justify that we are doing everything right. So there's no reason why our bank account is sitting at this number. Well, I did this today. I did that. I did that. I did that. But did you? Did you actually show up? Were you solution based? Were you thinking about solutions to get from A to Z? Were you actually investing into yourself? Were you trusting your body when it's sending you those nudges like, don't buy that lunch today? You can't afford that. You got something else you got to pay that costs that same amount. Were you actually treating money like the relationship that you want to have with it, we have to treat money like our best friend, like the energy we want to receive. We have to respect money because money is currency that makes the world go round, but it's also energy. And we want to radiate at this highest frequency because like attracts like. And if you want abundance, if you want an overflow, then you have to operate from that same energy. You have to respect things. You have to have gratitude for what you have. And all of this starts with understanding what your baseline is, what you actually feel safe with. Because if you want more, but you are sitting at your baseline or below it, you're never going to attract more because your body doesn't feel safe receiving it. So it's going to repel it. And unfortunately, this is subconscious programming. So your mind isn't even consciously aware of it. You don't even realize that you're doing it, but you are. That's why if you go in, let's just say hypothetically, you go in for maybe a 1 year review at work and your boss asks, what do you think you're worth? Or if you got a raise today or a promotion, what would you like that to be? This is a hypothetical. Let's just say that there is a boss out there that's asking you to tell them what your salary should be. If your nervous system does not feel safe with money, you are not going to negotiate or confidently speak the actual dollar amount that you want because your body doesn't understand that number. It doesn't believe that you're worth that number because it doesn't know how to feel safe with that number. You're going to play small. You're going to self sabotage yourself in that way. You're not going to allow yourself to get that promotion or that raise. You're not going to speak up and say what you're worth. And this shows up in a lot of different ways. This was just a hypothetical situation. We do this all day long. And you will continue to repeat these patterns. You will continue to downplay situations and feel like you're not valuable and feel like you're not worthy. You will continue to fear looking at your bank account. The only way that you're going to feel safe looking at that bank account, receiving money, making money, asking somebody to pay you is to feel comfortable with your worth, is to feel comfortable with yourself being above that upper limit. You have to break through that upper limit. You are not meant to struggle. Nobody was meant to struggle. We are all meant to have abundance and overflow. That's your birthright. So, right now, I want you to think about the dollar amount that you want to manifest, whatever amount that is. Let's go back to that bank account. I want you to visualize with me in this moment. You can close your eyes, you can write this on a piece of paper, you can speak this aloud, but I want you to get really clear about a specific dollar amount of money that you want. If tomorrow you woke up and this amount of money was in your bank account, what is the dollar amount that you want? I want you to hold that number and I want you to think about that number. It needs to feel safe. It can't be like, oh, that's not possible. I'll never do that. That just isn't even an option. That's never going to work. No one would ever give me that. That wouldn't happen. You cannot have doubt or any fear or reservations. You have to trust this. You have to believe it with conviction and feel it. I want you to say that number every single day. I want you to write it on a post-it. Write it anywhere and hang it up. And I want you to look at it every single day. And I want you to visualize that amount hitting your bank account. And I want you to say gratitude every day for that money and what that money is going to be spent on. And I want you to build safety in your nervous system that you can receive that dollar amount, that you are worthy of that amount. And then I want you to feel that safety internally in your body. And today, I want you to take one small aligned action toward that goal, whatever that dollar amount is. I want you to do something from the perspective of the person who has that amount of money. How do they show up for themselves? What are they doing? They probably treat money with respect. They probably don't overspend where they can't. They probably pay their bills on time in full if they can, or they negotiate what they can pay. They are solution oriented. They show up every single day with high energy. The key is they show up. They show up and they do the work and they become the person who has that thing. because they are aligned with that energy. And you can be too. But first, we have to get you out of that baseline because that baseline is just self sabotage and it is definitely dysregulating your nervous system. The thing with everything you want in life, any manifestation, is your body has to feel safe receiving it. So, in this case, if the thing that you want is money, we have to make you safe. We have to get to the core of why you don't feel safe with money. There's a reason why you get uncomfortable when you look at your bank account. There's a reason why you spend either frivolously or not at all, why maybe you hoard every penny. A lot of people have never had a lot of money because they've had this baseline, this upper limit their whole life. And so every time they make any money, they hold on to it so tightly and they only spend on themselves. But the beautiful thing about this currency of energy, this money, is that it's a revolving door. When you pay for something, somebody else benefits and then you get something. It's a transaction. And we have to keep it in rotation in the circle, in the cycle of hands, in order for it to come back around. You want to give. And giving is another way of breaking through that upper limit because you have to feel safe enough to be able to give. You cannot just hold on to something so tightly. That energy is desperation. That energy is lack. It is scarcity. And the more you cling to that, the more you are imprinting your nervous system, the more you are dysregulating yourself, the more you are creating fear every time you look at that bank account, every time a conversation comes up about money, every time you get an opportunity to make money and you self sabotage, every time a bill comes in the mail. Today, I want you to heal your nervous system. I want you to sit with that dollar amount that we just created together in that visualization. And I want you to write it down and manifest that. And I want you to take small steps toward that every single day. Within time, you are going to feel so safe that money isn't going to feel scarce. It's not going to be scary. We're not afraid to check our accounts. We're not afraid to pay bills. We're not afraid to lend money. We're not afraid to respect money and save money for the right reasons. Treat money the way you would want someone to treat you. Start looking at your money differently and watch how that mirror, that reflection shows back to you exactly not only what you are doing. So when you show up and respect money, it's going to respect you. But when you don't, it's going to disrespect you. So start to analyze your habits around money. Start to look at it as a mirror of how it's reflecting your energy and your personality and your behavior. And take note of that and start to shift the things that you don't like. And when you become aligned with money, a magnet for money, when you're working in tandem with money, you will see how easy it gets to be when you look at money, think about money, or even hope that money will show up because it shows up with ease and it becomes magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. I want nothing but great success for you. But again, we have to heal that nervous system first. So, really take this challenge seriously, write down your number, and start manifesting because abundance is your birthright. I will see you on the next episode.